Hello, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I'm Rhiannon, and I did just upload a quick little flip through of this deck. I wasn't planning on doing an unboxing, but we had a little mishap with this extra card. I was super thrown off because I picked up the deck and like staring me right in the face with this devil card, which is not a card I would be attracted to. So that's not a deck I'll be interested in. We'll have to see about this one, but anyways, it got me thinking. I really wanted to interview this deck. So that's what we're going to do, is do a little clearing and dedication of this deck. And I'm going to be using this as like a collector deck. So I don't want to use any smoke to clear it. So I thought I would show you guys an alternative way to clear and dedicate your deck. And then we will do a quick interview spread. So let's get into it. So I am a Reiki master. So I'm going to use two things. I'm going to use Reiki. But if you don't have Reiki, then you can use the second step, which is a selenite wand. Selenite, this is actually satin spar, but it is in the selenite family, and it gets mislabeled most often as selenite. This is a mineral that never needs to be charged. It's always clear. So it's really good for clearing other things. So you can just use it kind of as a wand and just kind of wand, kind of like going through the airport or like a metal detector, just kind of going through, just clearing. You can tap it 3 times. Okay. And then for the Reiki, there is a symbol called Nosa. And Nosa helps with learning and the intellect and kind of think of it like gnosis, right? So I'm going to be charging this deck with Nosa. Setting my intentions to work with this deck to bring forth messages for myself, perhaps my family, perhaps clients, although I doubt it. I definitely don't see this being a deck that I get out very often. But when I do choose to work with it, receiving messages of the highest vibration of love and light, working with guides, entities, energies, only of the highest vibration of love and light, and with the highest intentions for myself, my family, and humanity. And so it is. Let's get it shuffled up, but I don't want to do too much damage to the deck because, like I said, I don't plan on using it very often. I will say the gilding is very matte, so I feel like the gilding is going to stay on really good. It's not like one of those metallic finishes that never stays on. Okay, so this is going to be a 6-question tarot spread. And I will insert a picture here. So you can see the first question is main energies of the deck. Number 2, best ways to approach the deck. Number 3, areas of life best suited with this deck or for this deck. Number 4, lesson or challenge from this deck. Number 5, best advice from the deck. And number 6, friend or foe. I do feel like this deck is going to be a friend. I did feel a pretty immediate connection to it, but you just never know. Okay, I'm going to speed this up and continue shuffling here for a minute because I want to make sure it's good and shuffled. And I do like to read reversals. So I'm going to take and split the deck in half and then split one the other way to make sure that I'm getting some reverse cards mixed in. Okay. We're ready. So again, number 1. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a star or a pentacle. Number 1. What are the main energies of this deck? The main energy of you as a deck. Page of Coins. So it's going to go up there in number 1. Page of Coins. So main energy, it has a young, youthful, grounded, would be good for maybe financial or abundance, manifestation, readings, very lighthearted energy, and I can feel that as well. So that's the main energy of this deck. Number 2, what's the best way to approach you as a deck? What's the best way for me to approach you? 9 of Swords. Interesting. You wouldn't think that's... I guess you could say don't approach me with frivolous stuff. So even though it's a youthful, grounded energy, like I don't think it wants me to come to it with just every little thing, right? It wants to make sure that it's really something serious, something that's really... keeping me up at night. So yeah, as far as how to come to it, I would say come to it with real sorrows and real worries, or my real anxieties. Number 3, what's the area of life best suited for you as a deck? Nine of Cups reverse, 6 of Wands. So the areas of life are maybe a lot of things, right? 9 of Cups reverse would be when you feel like your happily ever after is not going so happily. You feel like your cup is draining instead of your cup being full. 9 of Cups is when you're not feeling contentment. You're just feeling like you're lacking more. So it's happy to work with those energies, as well as 6 of Wands, which are the biggest victories, the biggest wins. So I feel like that's a really good, pretty much, the gamut of things you could want to come with is kind of giving me pretty much any type of thing, right? Because you're starting out with really youthful, fun, grounded energy here, but then it's like, yeah, come to me when you've got a lot of problems or you've got a lot on your mind. Even if you're, the rug was just ripped out from underneath you, or if you just had a huge victory, I still want you to come to me when things are good. So I do like that. Number 4, lesson or challenge that this deck might be teaching me, or a challenge that I might have come up while using this deck. Ace of Cups. I would guess I would look at that as a lesson more than a challenge, because Ace of Cups is not a very challenging card. Maybe it's a challenge for me to stay in this energy, but the advice is also that the lesson here is to stay always open and receptive for love and happiness and joy. So maybe how I would look at that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go with 5, which is best advice from you as a deck. I'm going to cut that out. Okay, so now we're going with number 5, best advice. It's so hard to shuffle when the camera is right in my freaking way. I like filming these overhead videos, but at the same time, it's not ergonomic. Clearing my energy. Best advice. Best advice was Page of Cups reverse. I don't know how that is a great advice, but other than, again, it's sticking with this very like youthful type energy. This Page of Cups looks a little bit melancholy. Best advice, don't be overly emotional, because I mean, page cards are messengers, right? So the advice would be to not be overly emotional, or sometimes when we're giving readings, if we are too emotionally connected, it's hard to be objective, right? So sometimes we kind of need to cut ourselves off or disconnect ourselves from those emotional messages and just kind of stick to the facts or stick to the energy. I guess that's how I would look at that. Number 6, friend or foe. I know you're a friend. I know you're a friend. And there we are. Friend. We have the Hierophant, and it also came out with the moon. So definitely a friend. Definitely going to help to continue me on my path of illumination and inner shadow and learning and spiritual journey, as well as connecting to my intuition, trusting my intuition even more. I really wasn't, I mean, like, I knew I was going to love this deck, but I thought for sure I wasn't going to be tempted to work with it. I thought that I was just going to want to throw it up on my shelf with a lot of my other decks, but honestly, I feel like I am tempted to work with this. It is a new moon, so I will probably clear this one more time and do a new moon reading for myself after it. But what do you guys think about the interview? What do you think about the deck? Do you have it? Do you want it? Would you interpret any of these cards any differently? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And also, if you're not already subscribed, I would appreciate your subscription. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.